Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday, not Monday, September 7th, 2021. We are glad that you're here with us today. I hope you are having a nice fifth period, or if you're watching this at another time, I hope your day is going well. This week, being our fourth week of school, we're going to be focusing on being respectful and having a respectful environment. I'll list some examples for you tomorrow, but just some things off the top of my head. Showing respect a lot of times is simply a moment of stopping to think. So in a situation where maybe you're asked to do something you wouldn't like to do, maybe you notice something that requires you to take an extra step, maybe it's a way you interact with somebody. Respect is about stopping and thinking before you act, and then acting in a way that you would like somebody to act towards you. So throughout this week, I'm challenging staff to look for respectful actions throughout our school. Staff, your challenge today is to find 5 examples of respectfulness going on, and then each day this week find another 5 examples of respectfulness. So every staff member, my goal is that by the end of this week, you've given out at least 20 points for respect. And students, my goal for you is to, by the end of this week, have acquired at least 5 points for respect. As we transition to discussing the points a little bit, we do have 2 new raffles this week, 2 new items we've not raffled off yet. We are going to be raffling off a basketball. It is Wilson brand. I do not think it's this exact model. It's an indoor-outdoor ball, college level approved. We also have a water bottle with hourly watermarks. So basically, it kind of lets you know how much you're supposed to drink as you go throughout the day. This is great for refillable use here within the school. It is hand wash only, and it was handmade by Miss Knapp, who used to work here, but currently works at Sedalia across the street. Those drawings should go live by about 8 o'clock this morning. Congratulations to our winners we've had so far. Mrs. Schultz and myself are going to be going through our PBIS prize closet to put out some raffles a few weeks ahead of time and to work on our big prize for the year. Celebration. I wanted to say thank you to all of those individuals who work here at our school, all of those individuals who are part of making our learning environment possible. Yesterday was Labor Day, and we celebrate Labor Day in honor of those who do work and do deserve the right to have equal respect and equal rights in their work environment. So a little bit of history for you from history.com here. The first Labor Day, September 5th, 1882. The first Labor Day holiday was celebrated on Tuesday, September 5th, 1882 in New York City in accordance with the plans of the Central Labor Union. The Central Labor Union held its second Labor Day holiday just a year later on September 5th, 1883. In 1894, 23 more states adopted this holiday. On June 28th, 1894, President Grover Cleveland signed a law making the first Monday. So, if you were curious about why you had the day off, I would encourage you to look a little more into why Labor Day came around and some of the reasons why it was necessary to give labor unions access to that day off and the show of respect that it represented. A lunch review. I'm calling this lunch review because by now our expectations have been taught. So now we need to review those expectations. So students, when you arrive, you're to come in and sit. Now, I know this can be a little bit of a social time and you want to see your friends, so it's fine to, as you enter, to see somebody and say, hey. But one of the areas I'm noticing some conflict, I say conflict between staff and students, is when we're hovering up by a group of tables and there's 15 or 20 of us. That's not social distancing. So what we need to do is, as we're moving, say hi, do what you need to do, and then go have a seat physically, bottom in a chair, 4 on each side, 8 on a total table. So now that that's been reviewed, the expectation has been stated to you today. Students are not to have phones out. Put them in your bags. Listen, your phone sitting on your table face up or face down, technically we can ask for that device because it's not to be out. So go ahead and take the temptation away. Have it in your bag. If you do not want to leave it in your classroom and you don't want to bring your bag to lunch, that's fine. It goes in a pocket. You need to make sure it is not visible and does not look like you were on it, and wear masks unless eating. Guys, you've honestly been doing a great job. Overall, if I take all 519 of us and we take the few negative interactions we have at lunch, the positives far outweigh that. So I am very thankful. I want to give a huge shout out to our 6th grade crew. 6th grade, you have probably been killing it at lunch, top notch above everybody else. So 7th and 8th grade, great opportunity to take that title this week. See if you can show some respectfulness in the cafeteria. Moving forward, we're going to do about 5 student shout-outs, 5 staff shout-outs each day to get caught up in some of our backlog. I know I've had a lot of questions. Why wasn't my shout-out up there? We're working through. We're going to grind away. We're going to get there. I would like to shout out Brendan for helping me in Miss Farrell's class on a new Zella article. And I would like to shout out all the 6th grade team and my band teacher, Miss Palacey. That's from Jonathan. A huge shout out to my focus classes for very engaging conversations about CNN 10 news. Carter, Andre, Mustafa, Damien, Nico, Demarius, and Jeremiah. Your insight and intelligence are amazing. That's from Miss Slack. Miss Slack, that was very well worded. That's wonderful. Brooklyn Ecker and Brian Meredith for being super mature, being positive role models, and helping out with other students in the classroom. That's from Mrs. Laurie. Shout out to my 6th period class for staying focused on their iReady test after a man came in the room with a ladder and opened up the ceiling. Good job, Mrs. McCauley. If I did not know what you're talking about, I would have lots of questions. That is absolutely awesome. Way to go, guys. Shout out to Jeremiah for helping other students during a science lab today. So this is old, but that day, thank you. Great job, Jeremiah. That's from Mrs. Bott. Staff shout-outs. Miss Bofiche, because she's always explaining everything to us clearly, and she's really patient and kind. Selicum, and she made that super awesome wheel that we get to spin to give out Jolly Ranchers, and I get to spin because it's super fun. I want to give out a shout-out to Mr. Booth for helping me at lunch. He is super kind and amazing. Sally, absolutely, and I'm glad you brought up Mr. Booth, because as we talk about respect, a very easy way to show respect this week in the cafeteria is just by making sure as you get up that your area is clean. One of the things we have to remember is Mr. Booth is one person. There's 519 of us. There's 3 lunches. So by the time all 180 from your lunch clear out, he has to make sure each table is good for the next group. So I really appreciate, Sally, you acknowledging all the great things he does. I'd like to shout out all of the teachers in the building because I like it, how they help students and being pros in the building. I love all the teachers. That's from Lucius. Hi, I would like to give a shout out to Mrs. Donnelly for being one of the best teachers, also helping me with math and being a really nice teacher. Also, she always makes sure that we understand what she's teaching. Isabella, that's great. I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Hunt for showing me my class on my first day, and I had her for focus. She made everyone laugh, and she is a nice teacher. Sincerely, Zana Cumberland. That is absolutely great. Home sports this week. Soccer has 2 home games on the 7th and the 9th versus Rosemore and UA Hastings. 7th grade football takes on Newark at home. I know it's nice to get our football teams back in action. And volleyball take on Pleasant View. Good luck, volleyball. I had a stellar time at your game last time I was there. Birthdays, let's knock these out. So starting from the weekend, moving forward. Alexis, Demetrius, Mariana, happy birthday. That should have been on Saturday. Emily, Mesime, please correct me if I say your name wrong. It's very important to me that if I make a mistake, you let me know so I can get it right the next time. David, those were our Sunday birthdays. Cheyenne and Atavion, happy Monday birthdays because we had the day off for Labor Day. And Jacob, happy birthday today. Mask mandate. So remember, master over our nose and mouths at all times. You know, this is a teamwork thing, and I wanted to take a reminder because I feel like I had to have this conversation with a few students. This is a personal thing for me that I want to share with you. Just a reminder for those students who are vaccinated and for those who don't really enjoy the mask policy. Many students and staff have younger children at home who cannot wear masks, including myself. I have an almost 2-year-old at home who technically isn't supposed to wear a mask until he's 2, so that'll change soon. And we have many students here who cannot yet get a vaccination due to being under the age of 12. So I say that because a lot of times it's easy to look in our own bubble, our own line of thinking, that I don't like this mask, I don't want to wear it. Well, the reality is you wearing a mask protects everybody else around you. Less you, it protects everybody else more. So you choosing not to wear your mask correctly actually negatively impacts those staff members who have young children at home, those staff members who are expecting children, those students who have young children at home, and those students who can't get a vaccination yet who would like to. So I say that to say we're all in this together, and we're all a team, and that one single choice of respect of you wearing your mask correctly actually has a very positive trickle effect all the way back to homes of staff members and students. So I want to say thank you for those of you who've been doing this correctly, and just a friendly reminder for those of you who needed a reason, here's your reason to follow that expectation. If no one's told you yet, you are loved, you belong here at Middle School North, and you have all the tools to be successful. It is great to be a cruiser, but it's even better to be a cruiser at Middle School North. We love you, we care about you, and we hope you have a phenomenal day. Happy Tuesday. Let's make it terrific. See you later, everybody.